All right, hello everyone. I am fresh out of surgery and I am just taking the opportunity to record this voiceover for this gorgeous kit by Pandabird Design. It's called Choose Happy and I am so happy I picked this up. I think the colours are just perfection. The silver foil is absolutely perfect and it's just a very soft, feminine kit. I had mentioned in the previous Pandabird Design plan with me, I thought there was an issue with the washi, and I was right, it was definitely a mistake because this was perfect. So she had the full strip for the one on the right and then the two pieces for the one on the left. So I'm so glad that was just a mistake. So I was thinking, goodness me, if that's the way it's supposed to be cut, that's going to be really difficult to use every time. But there was nothing wrong with this kit. It was all cut perfectly. And I think that top strip of washi with the doilies on is just absolutely stunning. And the florals in this, again, I know I said before, but they're very sort of different and unique to her shop. I wanted to do something a bit different with the date covers. I don't love what I did. I wish I'd just sort of done the more traditional style, but I thought I'd do some... because I won't use these scallop half circles in the spread. I thought, well, now that I think about it, I probably could have done. I could have layered something over them because I have other half scallop circles. But anyway, I thought I want to tie them in somehow, and then I'll use floral trims for the rest of the date covers. And I wish I just used floral trims for the lot because it was actually really difficult to get everything to line up properly. It was really difficult to get everything in a straight line. And I just made things really hard for myself. And I did at one point try to take one of the stickers off the scallop circle behind it, and I nearly ruined it. So I was like, oh my goodness, okay, well, I have to commit to this now. But it's fine, it looks fine. I'm just obsessed with the silver foil. I think the silver foil just looks so soft and delicate with this kit. So I'm very, very happy I went with this kit. So for this week, so again, I did same as usual in terms of laying the base. I used some of the smaller boxes in the kit to create like a little corner area for the date script, and then I used a script from Sadie's Stickers for September, or to mark that it's September in that corner. And then I used a full box from the kit. None of the full boxes had a quote or any sort of writing in apart from on one of the t-shirts. So I just picked my favourite box and ran with that as putting that in the corner. And then I really like that doily design. So I wanted to make sure I could pull that in, just that little tiny strip there. And then I used a dainty dot divider from Miss and Meow to just cap off the top of that box. So here I'm just pulling in a Fashion Girl from Red Lyrics, and again I just could not get over how perfectly that pink matches the soft pink in the kit. The kit is sort of a combination of creamy, I'm trying to think of the right word now, but I guess we'll just go with cream ivory and soft pink, and then like a slightly deeper pink. And this just matched perfectly with the soft pink colour. Then I pulled in one of my new garlands, and I believe this was from the Pretty Pink Co. And then I knew I wanted to use the Kiss Cut. It had come on like an extra little sheet. It's just a Kiss Cut sort of corner box area, and I knew I wanted to pull it in somehow. And I really like how I've pulled in the other one later on in the spread. Sorry if I sound a bit funny. I was under general anaesthetic and they put a tube down my throat. So, and my mouth is just insanely dry from, I guess, the oxygen they've been pumping into me all day. So sorry if I do sound a bit strange or my throat is a bit hoarse. It is all very, very, very sore. So for this kit, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to use the headers that came with the kit because they are insanely gorgeous. Again, really delicate, dainty silver foiling. And I just think, they're so different to the full boxes themselves. I just had to pull them in. And then just to sort of create that divide between header and box, I just continue to use my Miss and Meow dainty dot dividers. I cannot believe... once again how quickly I am flying through those dainty dot dividers, and I'm going to have to be very, very careful that I don't run out. So this is what I meant when I was referring to the date covers. It was really difficult to get them straight. Once I started actually putting boxes down, I noticed how horrifically wonky everything was. And I've always noticed it has got better. I think she's changed her paper, but her sticker paper is so sticky. And it's really difficult once you've placed a sticker down, particularly on top of another sticker. It's really difficult to rearrange it. So I had a bit of a panic on some of the boxes. I had to kind of play with the illusion of making it look straight because it was so wonky. And there was pretty much nothing I could do about it on some of the days. So again, I'm just so annoyed with how I did the date covers, but I'm not going to rip them up and do them again. So going into some of the extra boxes that I pulled into this kit. So I wanted to make, so in the previous spread that I posted with the Two Little Bees Strawberry Fields kit, I wanted to make an extra effort to use as many boxes as I could, because I believe it is Plans with Brit on Instagram does spreads where she pretty much only uses boxes. She does have a lot of white space because a lot of her boxes are white premium matte paper. But there's something about those spreads that's just so neat and elegant, and classy, and I just thought, well, I'll try and add more boxes. I love how it came out with the Strawberry Fields kit, but with Pandabird design format of kits, there's not enough of the shape and size of boxes that would be my preference to use, so I couldn't do it with this kit. I am going to aim to do it moving forward because I think it looked really smart and I'm really happy with how it came out, but I had to allow for white space in this kit because all of the boxes bar three of the third and quarter boxes are whited out. All of the rest of them are solid block colours, so I've had to put a Pretty Pink Co MIDI box or a Sadie Stickers MIDI box or a Paper Trail Plans MIDI box over to create that white space in the middle, and you can't do that with fancy boxes. So like this one that I'm doing here, and actually with the scallop and the oval shape on both Monday and Tuesday, you can see neither of them are whited out, and that would always be my preference. So I couldn't for my personal taste have a whole week of boxes with having to constantly white out the centre, and the shape. There's not enough of the sizes that I would use. There weren't enough third boxes. I think there were only maybe 3 or 4 third boxes. There weren't a lot anyway, and I'm pretty sure I used them all. Sorry, I keep having to clear my throat because it's very uncomfortable. So yeah, I had to allow for more white spread, but my preference moving forward will be having not less white space, but using more boxes throughout my spreads. Anyway, I loved being able to pull in my doily. You've just seen me lay one there on the top of Thursday. They're just half scallop circles, but they're from Pandabird design. I have had them for ages, and I really struggled to pull them into kits. And because this kit had that doily pattern on it, it made complete sense to pull that into this kit, and it matched in seamlessly, and brought in a bit of lightness so that it wasn't all heavy blocky colours. It just kind of broke up the page a bit, so I'm so happy that I did that. So yeah, sorry, that's just a bit of explanation on the boxes and the format of the kit. So this is the weekend that we had a dog come to stay. So let's go over that now. At the end of the video, I've included a really cute video of him dreaming, and Wendy was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. She was trying to sleep next to him, and he started kicking her in his sleep. And she looked so offended and so taken aback, and then just looked at me like, what is going on? And I just thought it was a really funny video, so I've popped that in at the end. If you're a dog lover and you will enjoy that, it's only a couple of second clip at the end. But anyway, so he arrived on Friday, and what we had done is basically do a dog holiday swap. So they had Wendy in June, and we agreed to have him for this weekend because they had a wedding. Oh my goodness, had I known how stressful it would be, I absolutely would not have done this, and I'd have found a way to pay someone to have Wendy and us not have to do the exchange. I was working on Friday, but I was working from home. So I said, drop them off whenever you like. They dropped them off around midday. And I was thinking they'll just both sleep, because Whippets sleep all day on the sofa behind me, and it won't even be a problem. Not the case. He came through the door. Wendy absolutely lost it and went nuts with excitement that there was another dog. For context, he's 11 years old. She's 10 months old, so big age difference. He, in his sort of excitement / panic, he pooed in the kitchen, and then I just had to keep him outside for a bit because I was panicking that they were going to both go to the toilet on the floor, just in the kind of confusion of what's going on. They would not settle. I've never seen Wendy so unsettled. She was just pacing back and forth. He sat on the sofa and he lay down and he was super chill. But Wendy was having none of it. She was fuming that he had the audacity to be in our house. And it was just, honestly, the most stressful situation. So the only instruction they'd given me was that when you go to bed, he'll sleep downstairs. He has a really big bed and he'll cry for a couple of minutes because he wants you to tuck him in. So he has like a doggy duvet, which is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And he likes to be tucked in. That was all the instruction we were given. Oh my goodness, he screamed and cried and barked all night. And when I say all night, I mean all night. And we were up, down, tucking him in, and he'd get up immediately as soon as we tried to walk away. We tried to open more doors, give him more space. Nothing. It was the least sleep I've ever had in my life. It was horrendous. So I ended up coming down and sleeping on the sofa in the middle of the night on both nights because we just couldn't do anything else to calm him down. And she specifically said that he wouldn't sleep upstairs in our bed. So there was no sort of way to resolve that otherwise, but it was awful. Then on the Saturday, I took them both for a walk with some other Whippets in the morning just to tire them out. And, it worked and they did sleep all day. And then I was living my kind of puppy doggy dream with them sleeping on both sides of me. But again, it was just so stressful having to watch them. And Wendy hated every single second. She hated him being here, which I did not expect. So come Sunday, I was so ready for him to leave. They didn't pick him up until about 4:30 on Sunday, and I was so ready. He chewed up the corner of our kitchen door frame, so that was enraging to see that because that's now damage done to our house that we're going to have to repair. And I'm never looking after another dog again in my life. Wendy is my perfect little easy to look after angel, and I will stick with that. So lesson learned, and now I know that I do not want a second dog after that experience. But yeah, so that was the story of that weekend that I've been referencing. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one.